for a breakdown of this one, here is TSN hockey analyst Martin Biron. So Scott Arniel said that the loss on Monday to Utah was embarrassing. Marty, what did you think of the response from the Jets on Wednesday night?
I thought it was a great response, a cautious response. Obviously, you're playing the Colorado Avalanche, so you're not going to go all out. You're going to play it smart, and you're going to just wait for the opportunity. But it was a no-show against Utah, and this was a show against the Colorado Avalanche. And you got to love that. You have to use all of your lines if you want to beat the Colorado Avalanche, and it is the fourth line that gets you on the board. It's 1-0. The shots are low. It's a low-event type of game. You put the work in. You drive the net. You skate. You go to the back post, you get a goal to make it 1-1. And then after that 1-1 goal, I felt like the Jets opened it up a little bit more. They get on the board 2-1. They had to kill a big penalty late in the third period. That's always dangerous when you have McKinnon and Makar, especially since they were both going really well in this game. So I felt like this was the response Scott Arniel was looking for. Maybe they looked past Utah to ahead to Colorado in the last game, but the coach reset the clocks and says, we can't do that. And the response was really, really good by the Jets.
And they do it, Marty, without their captain, Adam Lowry, who's actually out week to week with an upper body injury. How has Lowry's absence felt in this one?
Well, I mean, obviously, Lowry, when you play a team like the Colorado Avalanche, is going to draw the tough matchup. In the first two games in Winnipeg, where the Jets shut out the Colorado Avalanche, Lowry played most of his ice time against Makar, against McKinnon. He had the tough matchup. So in this game, it was on Scheifele. And not that Scheifele did bad, but you look at McKinnon getting a goal, look at Makar was flying. So this is where Adam Lowry's absence is really going to be felt by the Winnipeg Jets, is when you have a team like Colorado or you play the Edmonton Oilers, you're going to use a guy like Lowry to be a hard matchup against the other team's top players. And they don't have that right now. And week to week is going to be tough for the Winnipeg Jets to be able to say who's going to step up and have that matchup against the other team's best player. In this game, it was Scheifele, but maybe also you're in Colorado, you don't control those matchups. I think Scott Arniel is going to utilize a team approach to it, not so much of an individual approach to the matchups.
And then Connor Hellebuyck, I love talking to you about this guy. What a season, 25 saves, his 29th win. And, you know, he's been great against the Avs all season, Marty, you know, whereas in the past it wasn't the case. Has Hellebuyck finally found the key to beating the Avalanche in your mind?
Well, potentially. I mean, he was good in the regular season last year. The playoffs were a totally different story. But I think what you have to do to play well against the Colorado Avalanche is be strong mentally. And I think Connor Hellebuyck is probably one of the strongest, mentally goalies in the National Hockey League. So when you look at his positioning, he doesn't really overplay anything. And even though the Avalanche are buzzing, he doesn't seem to be flustered. He got beat on a 5-0 shot in the first period and hit the post behind him. He actually had a big smile on his face like, oh, maybe I got lucky. But you know what? You got to be good to be lucky and lucky to be good. So Connor Hellebuyck having a great 3-0 record against the Avalanche this year. And when I look at the numbers, first in win, he's just there first or second in save percentage. His goals against average is slightly above 2. I think he wants it at 198, 195. Like, you want that number below 2. And he was almost there today. If he'd given up 0 or 1 goal, he would have been there. But 2 goals in the win, I think you can't complain.
No, definitely. Now, here's the good news. I know Scott Arniel was upset about their performance against Utah on Monday. The good news is the Jets get another crack at Utah this Friday when they host Utah in Winnipeg. We're going to get to those Leafs highlights in a second. Marty, thanks for this.